Hello guys, this is UniversalGiant and welcome back for more of Let's Play Pokémon SoulSilver. I've been a busy little bee in the last couple of weeks that I haven't been recording, and I figure it's probably best to let you guys know what I've been doing. I made myself a little bit of a daily routine. Most of it involved getting Eevee's happiness up to a point where he'll evolve, if not at the next level, very soon, without leveling him up too much. And in fact, you'll notice I haven't leveled him up at all, nor have I leveled up Krako. I did give Eevee Headbutt by backtracking to the Ilex Forest. There's no reason for him not to have Headbutt, because it's twice as powerful as Tackle. So there's that. Today is also Sunday, which means if we head to the 5th floor of the Goldenrod department store, one of these two ladies will check out our Pokemon. And if it's very happy with us, she'll give us TM27, Return. Now, Return does more damage based on how happy your Pokemon is with you, and if your Pokemon is not happy with you, this lady will give you Frustration, which does just the opposite. Now, if we head up one level to the 6th floor, this is the daily drawing corner, and you remember this is where we picked up, I think we picked up like a timer ball or something. And today's Sunday, so we can pick up a bunch of different stuff. What I did is came here on Tuesday until I got the first place prize, which was Flash Cannon. Now what Flash Cannon is, 80 base power steel move, special. Most steel moves are physical, however, Flash Cannon, being a special move and a steel type, seems perfect to give to Krako, so I figure why not give it to him right now. We will get the TM for this, and I think all of the other ones you can get at the Daily Drawing Corner are available later as well. But it only costs 300 and a couple of resets, so I figure why the hell not, and this is just about always going to do more than Sonic Boom, so, well, there's no real reason to have him have Tackle either. I guess Sonic Boom always does a set amount of damage. But right off the bat, before we even use him, Krako's got an 80 base power move for him. Really nice. I'm not sure if that's more powerful than Thundershock. It should be more powerful than Thundershock. The thing with Steel-type moves is that they're not super effective against many other types. I can only think of two, Rock and Ice, that are weak to Steel. But still, it's good to have an 80 base power move going for him. I also picked up as many of the third place prizes that you can get here as possible. Now, on any given day, you have a 65% chance of picking up a different type of berry. And the 7 types of berries you can get are Chesto berries, which heal sleep, Pecha berries, which heal poison, Asphere berries, which heal freeze, Roust berries, which heal burns, Thorn berries, which restore 10 HP, and I think I planted the other 2 in the berry pots. Now, since I'm going to be spending a lot more days off-screen than on-screen, I have plenty of time to farm the berries over here. So you can see, I'm going to be planting and growing as many of these things, because essentially, if you have all of these berries here, you have an unlimited source of status ailment healing items. So we'll never have to go back to the store for those stupid things again. I forget which one. Cherry Berry heals paralysis, and Personberry heals poison. So those things are still growing. If you tend to these things just about every day, you should get as many berries as you could possibly need. The only downside is they do take a little while to grow. So let's head out of the department store and over to the radio tower, which is where I've been doing a number of other little daily things. Now, if you recall, at the radio tower, we can participate in the daily lottery drawing with the lady at the counter on the 1st floor. So I've been checking her out. I did get a couple of prizes, so I've been really lucky here. I listed what prizes you can get here in the video description of the first Goldenrod City tour video. I got a 4th place prize and a 3rd place prize over the last 2 weeks, so it's better than nothing, and it's a free item, so there's no reason for you not to check it out. But I've also been making a little habit of coming up here every day. And if you tune in to the bottom right-hand station of the radio at the hours of 2, 5, 8, or 11, you'll get Buena's password. So if we listen to her station, we saw the password Spinnerack, we can walk over to Buena, And she'll give us the option of coming onto a radio show so we can announce to the world that we know what the password is! I don't think we've even seen a Spinarak yet, have we? It's a gold exclusive. But if we say what the password is, she'll give us a point for our blue card. And if we accumulate enough points, we can pick up some stuff from this little lady over here. Now, I'll list in the video description what prizes you can get when you hit certain amounts of points. Mainly the ones I've been getting are vitamins, and I've just been feeding them to Eevee here, increasing his happiness even more. And lastly, I made a bit of a daily routine to go down to the Goldenrod Tunnel to have him groomed by the Pokemon Salon. So he's just about as happy as he can be, without even leveling him up once. It's a feat in and of itself. One last thing I took care of is that I went around to... backtrack all the way to New Bark, which looks like it's far off, but since we already have a route to Violet City through Route 36, it's only a short walk away. I went back to Mom, picked up all the money we had because I didn't have very much on me. And she had about 6,000 or so that was about doubling the money that I had at the time. But I gotta really be careful about my money because I'm running fairly low. Anyway, I'll meet you guys up outside Ecruteak City's Pokemon Center, and we'll finally get this thing underway. And on the way back to Ecruteak City, guess who grew a level? I didn't really realize just how little experience little that Eevee little needed little. And since he's as happy as he needs to be, and it's daytime, he's going to be evolving already! Eevee evolved into the Psychic-type Espeon. And now that he's already evolved, I suppose I should be heading back to Goldenrod to re-nickname this guy. Nah, you can poke at my bag all you want. Now, before we do that, though, we can head down here to meet Sunny of Sunday, because today's Sunday. And for talking to him, he'll give us the Magnet, which powers up Electric-type moves. It powers up Electric-type moves. He's the oldest and cutest of the weak siblings, in my opinion. But I probably should give that Magnet to Krako. So I'll do that real quick before I forget to. Take the Quick Claw off of him. I wonder who we should give it to. Yeah, I'll make that decision off-screen. And I'll meet you guys back in Goldenrod City, where we can give Espeon an appropriate nickname. Now, I had the biggest urge in the world to nickname Espeon Kumatora. Unfortunately, it's a boy. So, I didn't want to deviate from the Mother 3 theme too much, because I was really adamant on naming him Kumatora, so I'll just nickname him a male character. The one that we never got to use. And just say he was reincarnated as an Espeon, why not? Do you like your nickname, Klaus? I think he does. So we'll head back to Ecruteak City and finally get started on this episode. Did I ever talk to you, buddy? Red Gyarados conspiracy? I don't know anything about a Red Gyarados. Kimono Girls. Maybe we should go meet them first. So much to do here at Ecruteak. Morty, the gym leader, is really cool. Well, we'll have to meet him too. Ecruteak City, another one of those really quiet and serene cities. One of the biggest ones too, at least by just walking around and seeing how big this place is. But the first place we'll notice after we exit the Pokemon Center is the Ecruteak Dance Theater over here, home of the Kimono Girls. Speaking of which, Hula Dance. Oh, are you pestering the girl? What do you think she is, a dance? She's not... Okay, apparently he's the dancer. I don't think anybody's mildly entertained by this. Yes. Okay, I'll help her. Psyduck. I kind of want to keep seeing him dance in circles. He's actually pretty entertaining to watch. It's hypnotizing. It's... I don't know how to describe it. You and your stomach aches. What do you think, Espeon? Should we help out? I think we should help out. Although you could just run away, you know. Or maybe she's waiting for us to show her stuff before she actually does it herself. You ever meet one of those people in life that isn't really interested in doing things themselves as much as seeing what other people do in the face of the same issue? But this guy really isn't much to deal with. He's got a level 12 coughing. You've fought with things that are much more difficult to take down than this. I'll be using Crackle against most of the poison types because, as a steel type, Crackle is going to negate any poison attacks at all. So it's really nice to have this guy. I'll also be able to show off Flash Cannon here. Just to give you an idea as to how powerful it is, it's just as powerful as Lucas's Dark Pulse. And since Crackle is also a special attacker, it's going to be doing a lot of damage too. And Clef is going to be gaining a lot of levels really quickly because he's such a low level compared to everybody else. He gained a couple of levels on the way back here and learned Sand Attack, which I put over Helping Hand because there's no reason for him to have Helping Hand. Well, we rescued you, although you could have just run away. Hey, you've heard of us too. Come to think of it, I've seen a couple of other kimono girls around, haven't I? I wonder what they have in common. Maybe they're all sisters. But once we take care of the Rocket Grunt, this man will stop us on our way off stage, and he'll give us HM3, Surf, one of the best HMs in the game. Now, not only will it allow you to cross bodies of water, which we can't do yet because we don't have the badge that we need it for, it's also an extremely powerful water-type move that, if you're in a double battle, will hit all Pokemon on the field, including your own, so you gotta keep that in mind. But you generally want to teach this to anyone that can learn it at this point. The only thing that would stop you from teaching it is that you wouldn't be able to get rid of it. Now, Duster can also learn it, but I'll be carrying around Crunch just about all the time, so I really won't need somebody else to know Surf. That and the fact that having Surf on Furt wouldn't really do nearly as much because Duster's special attack is much lower than his physical. And since he gets Stab on most of his normal type attacks anyway, there's no reason for him to know it, really, except type coverage, but I'd be using Crunch for it anyway. And while I'm thinking about it, before we move on, we want to head over to the west over here. There isn't much we can do out here, but something we pick up will be very, very helpful for the next gym. TM65, Shadow Claw. This is another one of those TMs that you could have picked up at the Daily Drawing Corner in the department store, so if you're worried about using this on somebody and not being able to use it on anybody else, don't be. You can always pick one up at the department store, which is why I'm going to be using this one right now. High critical hit ratio, Ghost-type move, 70 base power. And Duster can learn it. HCB can learn it, Crunch can learn it. I'll just be using it on Duster because there's not much else he can do against Ghost types, and I figure why the hell not? He's Duster, he's cute and adorable, let's give him something that he can actually use. And maybe this will make him a force to be reckoned with in the next gym. I'm hoping so. I can't wait to try it. I've never tried using the TM you pick up over here, Shadow Claw, despite the fact that I probably should. I don't know. So let's move that up behind Headbutt. And can we go over here? Don't suppose we can. This guy's just going to come running out of Mount Mortar, and because he's sorry that he ran into us without really caring about where we were, he'll give us another HM, HM4, which gives us Strength. This is another really good HM, pretty underrated because it's just a normal type move, but it's really powerful for this point. So I'll be teaching this to at least one guy as well. 80 base power, physical move, can be used to move boulders. And, No reason for Duster not to learn this. Just wondering what I can get rid of in place of it. I don't really want to get rid of Headbutt. I mean, Strength offers 10 more base power than Headbutt, but Headbutt can also flinch, so... I suppose I'll give it to him, and leave Headbutt on HCB, just because I can, I suppose. I don't like teaching HMs to more Pokemon than I need to, because it's difficult to get rid of them. So, I suppose we'll make our way back to Ecruteak City and see what else there is to do around here. I don't think their Mart would offer anything new for us, but I suppose we could check it out and see who's in there to talk to. Yep, if we use a Revive, it heals incapacitation. We haven't used one yet. Hey, my Eevee did too! But your friend's Eevee evolved into Umbreon. Well, that's because he evolved it during the nighttime, silly. Now, do you offer anything special here? Air Balls, Net Balls, Heal Balls? I don't think I explained Net Balls. They work much better on Water and Bug-type Pokemon. I forget what the multiplier is. And do you have anything interesting here to sell me? Doesn't look like it. I haven't bought any Revives yet, have I? 3 should be enough for this point. Once again, I said I'm going to be skipping on all of these status healing items because we have an unlimited source of them, and the berries we picked up at the Goldenrod department store. And I believe, besides trading shards to the guy at Violet City, that's your only source of them for a very long time. Used to have 2 towers here. Ecruteak City is really steeped in mythology about the second generation legendaries. All of which we'll explore before too long, don't you worry. Now if we head to the left outside of the Pokemon Center here, we'll find a very interesting house. And this is a guy that you desperately want to talk to. Because we love exploring so much, he'll give us the Dowsing Machine, which is an upgraded version of the item finder from previous games. And this is, in my opinion, the best of its kind in any of the games that have been released to this point. So what you can do, I'm probably going to be getting rid of registering the berry pot so I can register this thing as well. The Dowsing Machine. If you engage it, I'll wait until we go outside. History of Ecruteak. Why the hell not? 2 towers, each was the roost of a powerful flying Pokemon, but one of them was burned to the ground, and the 2 Pokemon haven't been seen since. The 2 legendaries of this game. But there were 3 Pokemon born of lightning, fire, and water, but they couldn't contain their power, so they ran off wild into the grassland. Certainly not going to be alluding to anything in the near future. But if we enable the Dowsing Machine out here, press your stylus down on the bottom screen, and you can see stuff will light up where hidden items are. The only reason not to be doing this constantly is because you have a constant beeping, and I suppose that'll get on your nerves a little bit, so I'll try to reserve using this until I think there's a hidden item around, because I know it can get on your nerves. But you can find some really, really nice stuff around here, like a free rare candy just sitting in the grass to be picked up. So generally, if you're in a new area, pick up the Dowsing Machine, open it, and just see what you can find. You'd be surprised. But up here's the Burned Tower. We'll be exploring that in the next video. I think I've done enough for this one. I'm afraid I've gone on a little bit too far. I know I've been doing that for a lot of videos as well, where I just drag on without realizing just how long I've been recording. Is there anybody else around here we have to talk to? Haven't talked to you yet, have we? Yeah, it really does feel nice to walk around with Pokemon. I wish more games allowed you to do that. But it seems like a Pokemon in Olivine City fell ill. That's not good. I always like helping those guys out. Can we go to the gym yet? I really want to go to the gym right now, even though I'm completely unprepared for it. But apparently Morty's not here. He's in the Burn Tower. And we get shoved out the door. So we can't do that quite yet. One more house we have to check out, though. The sky suddenly turned black and a flying Pokemon blocked out the sun. I just love this town for how much it sets the mood for the legendaries. I mean, A lot of legendaries in other games were just kind of thrown in there for the sake of having them, but back in the day, when the legendaries actually meant something, they were pretty impressive to have Pokemon have such a huge effect on the world around them. I don't know, I just remember being so... I'm trying to think of the right word for this. Impressed with it? I mean, it really made you think about just what Pokemon were capable of and what it was that you were doing in these games, what kind of power you held in your hands. But next time, we'll explore the burned tower up to the northwest of Ecruteak City here. This is UniversalGiant, and Klaus is looking down steadily. See you next time!